Guys, feast your eyes on this absolutely stunning 100% original Honda CR125R. This is the nicest original one I've seen in decades. The only item that's not stock on this thing is the stickers right here. Other than that, this thing's 100% bone stock. And oh, wait a minute, the chain's got a different new chain on it. The frame rails are pristine on this. We were gonna let my daughter Jordan race this thing in the AHMRA national championships this summer, but we thought about it and we think it's too fast. So we're gonna get her something a little more laid back because she's a novice rider and I don't want her to hurt herself on this thing. So
there's no power valve.
It's a very pipey, very fast. Look at the pegs, look at the frame rails, look at the pipe, and look at all the graphics, plastics in the seat, and ask yourself, are you gonna find a CR125 this nice ever again? I'm thinking the answer is no. The rims are nice and straight. These are the original tires on this bike, folks. This came from Chris Kelly, our we call him our dirt bike wizard, but we used to call him the shitbox wizard, but we didn't want to get thrown off of YouTube for swearing, so now we call him the dirt bike wizard. And this came from Chris's collection. Chris has just recently been divorced and had to sell some of his toys, so this one went up for sale. And look at this thing. Look at the rear sprocket on this. This is 100% bone stock original, okay? I don't know how many times I have to say it, but the suspension, look at the stickers on the suspension. The only items on the bike, one more time, is the tank sticker here and the chain. That's it. And it starts first kick. It's cold out. Let me fire it up and get it warming up. I'm bigger than your average 125 rider. I'm 220 naked, so fully geared up. I gotta be pushing 235, 240. Starts first kick, and listen to this thing. Absolute music. Watch, what do you think of this?
That's true.
Absolutely.
Guys, we need to help for this. True.
Where are we going this weekend, Watch? Daytona. Daytona or bust. Listen to this thing. Absolute music. I'm gonna let it go, take it for a little spin, let her warm up. Oh yeah. Oh man, this thing is so tight. Feels like a brand new bike. Super tight. You can just tell. I mean, I've test ridden over 1,500 bikes in the last 4 years. Look at my channel. And this one is like a brand new bike right out of the dealership. It's ready to go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, folks. Nothing like the smell of that premix. This is a bike dreams are made of. Haha. Holy shit. Well, here it is again. I'm going to say it again. One of the nicest 80s era CRs I've ever ridden. One of the nicest 125s. This thing is so tight. How'd it sound? Rip it up the... How'd that sound?
That sounds fucking first. Man.
That's about as good as it gets, man.
That's what you just saw right there is exactly why we probably won't have my little sister race this thing in the...
She'd kill herself on this thing. She's 14.
When the power comes on, it's like a light switch.
It's like a rocket ship.
Exactly.
It's like getting shot out of a bottle rocket. So, Botch, can I have the paperwork on this? This is the work order on it, and there's not much here, folks. The detail shop had it for a couple hours, and the service shop had it for a few hours. We did do a couple of repairs to it. These bikes are notorious for having water pump issues. When it came to us, it ran perfectly.
This was, I believe, the first year of the water-cooled 125s.
Yeah, it's absolutely a collector's item, absolutely a museum piece. This bike, We took the clutch cover off to inspect it, not because there was any issues, but we found some issues in there. So we had to buy a brand new clutch cover with the impeller shaft, actually a new old stock or a used one, off eBay for $100, and then new coolant hose, new coolant, new gasket for the clutch cover, new water pump mechanical seal, new gasket for the water pump cover, new oil seal for the Kickstarter shaft on this side, new bearing for the water pump shaft, new oil seals, new sealings and washers. So we went through the whole cooling system, and if you don't know what you're doing, ask around. That's a necessary thing on these vintage Hondas because they're notorious for having issues. This one's been completely rebuilt, brand new chain on it. The water cooling system's been completely rebuilt. The carbs have been cleaned, brand new air filter in there. So, you know, about 3 hours labor. So that's about it. And then it went to the detail shop for a couple hours labor. So $291 in parts, $540 in labor, a total of $831. It's done. It's ready to put back in your museum or put it on display. Look at the engine. Focus closely on the engine, Kenny. The original decals on the swing arm. Look at the condition of the swing arm. Just a beautiful original bike. And it's got a couple scratches on the tank. Okay, this is a 37-year-old motorcycle. Yeah, there's a tiny bit of JB Weld on the bottom of the right radiator. Kenny just told me. I don't know. Must have been a small crack on there. I didn't notice it, but certainly we want to disclose that. And that's about it, man. A little bit of patina. The bike is, again, almost 40 years old. But look at it. The original fork boot's got a tiny little tear down here. A couple little tears.
I didn't even notice that.
So it's cold out here. I'm going to bring her back inside. It has a brand new set of OEM style grips. Here's the work order, Junior. Watch build on us. So let me bring her inside. Good luck bidding on her. If you have any questions, give us a call, 860-454-7024. We didn't do anything with the plastic. We didn't do any sanding down or plastic renew or anything on this. This is just the way it came to us. Just a beautiful bike. A little bit of touch-up paint on the frame rails to keep those clean and rust-free. And again, look at the frame rails on this thing. I've been looking for, and I'm currently still looking for, an '88 Honda CR500. My CR, the frame rail's flat on it. I need a new frame rail. I can't find one. They're just not around anymore. They all got destroyed. So if you know anybody who has one, '88 CR500, I'm looking for a mint frame. And that's why I always look at the foundation first. The frame's got to be mint or I don't want it.
Because you can put new plastics on a bike.
Oh yeah.
Doll it up,
you can put lipstick on a pig, but if it's hammered and the frame's bent, it's always going to be a pig.
Telltale frame rail.
Got to look at the frame rail. What a great running bike. Just absolutely fantastic. Tight as can be. If you only knew how fast the guys used to go on these bikes, Joe Keller on these 80 CRs, oh my God. Pat Martin, John Dowd, those guys, they used to absolutely rip on these things. Listen to this. I gotta say it, it's the nicest 82 CR125 I've seen since the late 80s. So you're not gonna find a nicer one. Again, I was gonna have my daughter race it, and I think it's too fast. It's a ripper, even with 240 pounds on it, wheelied all the way up the hill in third gear. Like, this thing's screaming. I don't know what the horsepower rating is this, but it's gotta be in the mid 20s, upper 20s. So good luck bidding on her. God bless America. See you in Daytona. We're on our way. Woohoo!